Hello everyone, this is Ayush Kadaria and welcome to my YouTube channel AK Talk Sport. Today we'll be talking about the second India vs Sri Lanka one day game, which is scheduled for today at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. We'll also review the first game because I couldn't put a review out in time because the gap between the two games is so less. So I thought let's do it in one video. First of all, I like to apologize. Very less videos this week. I just put out one video in the last 8 9 days, which was the Euro final review. Because I had a bit of a cold and a sore throat. I did not want to do a video in that condition. It wouldn't have been as good as I wanted to be. And then I was facing some technical difficulties for the last 2 3 days. Some problem with my recording device. Still have to solve it, but I'm using a different device for now. So yeah, let's get into the match. I mean, brilliant performance from India in that first game. Absolutely perfect chase. India had to chase 263. India chased it with 13.2 overs to remaining. They chased it with 7 wickets in hand. Just completely dominant with the bat. A perfect performance. So coming into the second game, India just are on the verge of a series win now. It's just a three-match ODI series win. But we still have to look to ourselves. We have to still look to improve. And if I have to pick an area, it has to be the bowling. Bowling is what I'll be looking at. I couldn't put my series preview out, so what I said in that if it would have gone out was that these matches, all six matches, the three ODIs, the three T20s, I'll be very surprised if Sri Lanka win any one of them. I'll be very disappointed if India don't win all six. That is just the level of difference between the squads. Just Sri Lanka, the drop off has been unbelievable. We'll talk about that sometime later. But just from the Indian perspective, we have to look at, and now I think the area of concern is the bowling because considering 263, of course, India's batting made it look like 263 was a very small score, but 263 on another day where you lose a couple of wickets, it can cause a bit of challenge. So that's my area of concern. It is the bowling for this game because especially our pacers were disappointing. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, leader of the attack, vice captain of this makeshift team, going for 63 runs in 7 overs at an economy of 7. 63 runs in 9 overs. I'm sorry. Just disappointing. He's very consistent. He's known to be economical. You expect those didn't get those early wickets that you expect from them. That can happen, but the economy rate was very disappointing. You expect more for him, better from him, but of course, you have to remember, and by any player who is doing badly, you have to remember that of course some players have just hit the ground running very well, but this is India's. This group of players. These guys did not go to England. These guys are not involved in the practice sessions that the team had in England. For this group of guys, this is the first proper cricketing assignment since the IPL was suspended. So 2.5 months. So probably you can have an half off day, but not a lot of cricket left before the T20 World Cup. So it's important for these guys, especially Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who had a lot of injuries the before, so to get his rhythm. So that is what I'll be looking at in this match. I hope can it will be important to see because and you don't want that to become you want a senior players. Deepak Chahar, much better performance, 7 overs, 37 runs only conceding, but that the runs was a concern with slightly high economy of 5.2, but not bad. Good performance. Took 2 wickets also. But again, why did he not bowl his full 10 overs? That is a concern you want. Then that is again becomes a concern if you are only trusting him with the new ball. Then that is an issue. I like to see him get given more responsibility, be allowed to finish his quota of overs. If he's a second pacer, bowling 7 overs, not bowling in the death, not good enough. He has to bowl more. And I think the Pacers had a bad day because Hardik Pandya 5 overs, 34 runs, taking 1 wicket, but the economy rate of 6.80. Again, just off the radar. Hardik Pandya again, big concern with the ball. His batting. I have always said that Hardik Pandya, even if he's not bowling, he gets into your team. You don't have a batsman better than him for that position, for the number 6 position as a hitter down the order. There's just not a batsman like him in Indian cricket. So he gets into your team, but his bowling it just gives you a unique dimension. Just it adds to the number of options. It allows you to play 6 bowlers instead of five. This gives you more for room for error, gives you more freedom with combinations. Allows you to play various kind of combinations. Allows you to play probably two aggressive spin, two attacking leg spinners, two wrist spinners. Allows you to play just pacer extra, pacer less. a spinner, extra spinner. There's just all these different opportunities it opens up. It probably also allows you to play an extra batsman if Pandya can do the job at if you play that number seven, if you're allowed to cut your bowling a bit short. So just offers a different, but this is he has not bowled a lot. He did not. So he came back from injury in. He had that surgery in I think in end of 2019. So wasn't just after the World Cup, the West Indies tour, I think. So he missed after the South Africa home series. Sorry, I'm sorry. He had the surgery after the South Africa home series. So he missed the Test series against South Africa, Bangladesh, and the tour to New Zealand is what he missed, and the home series against Sri Lanka. So he was about to make his comeback in the IPL in March. He played that DY Patil club cricket competition. There's a cricket competition that happens around in the DY Patil Stadium. The corporate teams participate in it. That is called the DY Patil Cup. He played that, was brilliant in that. But then that lockdown happened, and his delay to cricket return to cricket got delayed by 6 months. And of course, in lockdown, players were for those of you who are familiar with the Indian lockdown that happened first 3 4 months. Everything was closed. You were not allowed to go outdoor. Literally, you were not allowed to go outdoors. Not allowed to use gyms. So his rehabilitation obviously took a hit. Made his comeback in the IPL. Did not bowl at all. Mumbai still won the title, but he did not bowl a single over the 16 games. Then he went to Australia. ODI T20s, played as a pure batsman. No bowling. Bowled 4 overs in a one-day game, but that was just about it. And those issues were visible. Then he comes back and he bowled against England. He was part of the Test squad. He was selected in it, but did not play a single game against at the home series. Wasn't part of the away Test squad for Australia, but did not play a home game against England in Test matches. Played all five T20s, bowled in all five T20s. Impressive bowling in some matches, but then he again doesn't bowl in the ODI series. Matter of concern. Doesn't bowl in the IPL. Again, that is now again an issue. There was some shoulder niggles. India said it's a workload management. Mumbai Indians said he had some shoulder issues. You don't know what's happening with his bowling. So, and again, just these 6 matches and the IPL, and then you're into the T20 World Cup. So Hardik Pandya's bowling is something I'm very very concerned about. We need. We don't need it. We can manage without it, but it will. It just, as I said, it just adds to the quality of a squad and makes us much bigger threat as a team if he balls and he doesn't ball, because again they're just known pace bowling ball rounders. There are no hitters like him. So Hardik Pandya in the Indian cricket scheme of things is a outlier. So it's just all or nothing with him. It's all about him. And spinners, impressive performances. Yuzvendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav, lot of criticism. Kuldeep Yadav especially just completely fallen off the cliff. Dropped from the Test team, dropped from the T20 team. Doesn't start for Kolkata Knight Riders. So just his chances of playing the T20 World Cup going are very very less at the moment. But you never know. So this is a very important season. ODI is the only format that he has retained his place in. He played 2 games against England in that series in Pune, the 50 over series. Got thrashed in both. Was dropped for the third game, where India did not play a single spinner except for Krunal Pandya. So Kuldeep Yadav, very encouraging to see him ball with confidence, have that flight and have that vigor with his bowling. 2 wickets, just 48 runs, considered good. Yuzvendra Chahal did not play a single ODI against England in the last series, was dropped midway in the T20 series. So out of nowhere, he found his place in doubt. He has just a very good bowler, but just sometimes just not had the best of times recently. The good performance from him. Kulcha, in these guys, you'll remember played a game after 2 years together. You'll remember this in the build up to the T20 to the 50 over World Cup 2019 from the 2017 Champions Trophy. These guys were so dominant, just opposition was struggling to face them. Their mystery, just aggressive. The middle overs, they were getting wickets. India found such a brilliant option for those middle overs, and it just made India a very very strong bowling attack in ODI. But then that game at Edgbaston in the World Cup, they both were not having the best of World Cup before that game. But that game at Edgbaston, England just absolutely thrashed them. And after that, we never saw them play. They would in the next game, Ravindra Jadeja came into the lineup, and since then they haven't played an ODI together. Again, I'll repeat, a lot of it has to do with Hardik Pandya not bowling. It forces India to play Jadeja. Jadeja has very good limited overs comeback. He is a registers a certain starter, but Chahal, Kuldeep, they have places to fight. India's T20 um, T20 scheme of things, India's spinning options is completely open. Anybody can take that place. Krunal Pandya also very very good performance. Just conceding, just doing what he does. He's not a wicket taking bowler. He is a bowler who can restrict runs, who can choke oppositions, and that's what he did. We did not see that in the ODIs against England from him, where he conceded a lot of runs. But here we saw it: 10 overs, just 26 runs. With that Sri Lankan batting unit, cannot read a lot, but just confidence. Confidence is important, and the spinners will have got it from it. Poor day for pacers, very good day for spinners, and we'll see if again and both as important where the spinners maintain it, because they have those T20 places to live for. Pacers, they have to improve, and it is what it is. The pacers have to improve. We'll see how it goes in the second game. As far as the batting goes, just you can no complaints, just nothing more you can expect, to be honest. Shaw batted for 24 balls, just batted 6 overs, 24 balls, 43 runs. But what a platform he gave India for in the chase. Just made it a very easy chase after his knock, and that is the impact. It's about impact. Then Ishan Kishan comes out to bat. First ball on his debut, 6. He started his T20 career with a 4, and then they start this with a 6. Brilliant stuff. Later, Surya Kumar Yadav also. Ishan Kishan finished with 42 ball 59. Very impressive debut. Could have got a century. That is something he'll regret. Same with Shaw. These guys now they need to learn to make it big. They need to learn to stay there till the end. They need to learn to make 50s into centuries, and that is the next step. But it will be too harsh to judge them on one game or one series. Also, they'll get there. And then Surya Kumar Yadav walks out, continues what these two did. 21 ball 30 on his ODI debut. Superb stuff. Just perfect batting. Shikhar Dhawan played around them, played the role of a senior player, played the role of an anchor, let these youngsters do the attacking part of it, be fearless, and just gave them the confidence being around them. Perfect captain knock, 95 ball 86. Splendid stuff from him, and very very encouraging. Why it is important is because for years I have been complaining about India's approach in limited overs cricket. It's just too outdated. We just like 15-20 overs we take, bat at 3 or 4 run per over. But these guys, this is what I want, because this is how ODI cricket play now. England are the world champions. They play this way. New Zealand play aggressively. West Indies, best T20 side in the world. This is how we play. Even Indian T20s, their approach is we are just too consecutive in T20s too at times. But this is the approach that is needed to be the best in the world in limited over cricket. This is, and I hope this continues. I hope continues this series. I hope this today was not a yesterday was not a one-off, and I hope this continues in the second game, in the third game, in the T20 series, and I hope this continues when Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli come back and take charge of the team, because this is the way forward. There's no two ways about it. We have to move on with the times. We cannot say this is our approach. Your approach is only good enough when it works. If it is what is required, you cannot play cricket how it was played 20 years ago and just say this is our approach. We haven't won. There's a reason why we are falling short in some places in ICC tournaments, especially in limited overs cricket. So yeah, this is it. This is the approach required, and it's important. And what I'm happy is that I don't know if this was a message from Dravid, if this was a message from Ravi Shastri, if this was a message from Virat Kohli, but these players, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Prithvi Shaw, the youngsters. Surya Kumar Yadav, not a youngster by age, but by experience in international cricket, he is. All three of them are fighting for places in the T20 squad. They know the T20 World Cup is the only thing that matters at the moment. This series is part of that ODI Super League, but we have qualified for the 2023 World Cup as we are the host, so it doesn't matter for us. It's just about the T20 World Cup. So be it the 3 ODIs and the 3 T20s, that is all these players have before the squad is announced, to impress the selectors. So they need to use the ODIs as an opportunity to showcase their talent, and they did exactly that. They played it like a T20 and they did it with perfection. Just splendid stuff from all of them. As far as team changes are concerned, the only one I'm expecting is maybe Sanju Samson comes in for Manish Pandey. Manish Pandey is just the one that looked out of place. 40 ball 26. How the others were playing this, he just looked out of place. Unfortunate for him, he's just remained on the fringes of the Indian team. They never got a consistent run of games, but he has just got caught between two generations. The old one where he just couldn't make that one step ahead, and this one where again he seems to be falling short. He just seems to have been stuck in the middle. So Sanju Samson, he was injured for that first game. Now he's set to be fit. So if he is fit, I'm not sure if they'll make that change because Rahul Dravid doesn't seem to be a person who will make such changes out of one game. But Sanju Samson it is, and we need to see Sanju Samson. He's also part of that players fighting for that spot in the T20 World Cup, and that will be probably I will like to see Sanju Samson. To be honest, it will be harsh on Manish Pandey. Sanju, and that will add to the flair of India's middle order. Will add more aggressiveness, more fearlessness. What's there to lose to play Sanju Samson? If Samson plays, there's another thing that we need to take. We need to see who is a wicketkeeper. Ishan Kishan kept the gloves. Whether do you stick with him or whether Sanju Samson keeps the gloves? I'm not going to make. I'm not sure who's going to get that. It's very hard to for us to who are not part of the camp. It's just people in the camp who can tell you that. So I'm not going to make any predictions about that. But that will be just interesting to see who keeps because second keeper maybe KL Rahul is the second keeper for the T20 World Cup. But this that could be a criteria, and because now you're this T20 World Cup, you're allowed to name 23 players in the squad because of COVID. So probably be having the who the team management trusts with the gloves could help a player make his way into the squad. So that is why it will be interesting to see. But both of them can do a good job as a pure batsman. Ishan Kishan for 3 years has been playing as a pure batsman for Mumbai Indians, so it's not a problem to have him. Sanju Samson has now he is keeping for Rajasthan Royals, but he has played for teams where he doesn't keep. Even at Rajasthan Royals, at times Butler has kept in the previous seasons. Uh, he was part of the Delhi squad that had Rishabh Pant, so he was batting. So he can do the job as a pure batsman. That's not a problem too. And both of them are good at fielders. But that will be interesting to see. That's it for today. We'll see. I'll see you after the match. Thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please comment your thoughts, and please subscribe. Bye bye.